Listen, I do want to thank the witnesses today. I personally want to extend a special thank you to Kimberly and Raymond. Where are you from in Pittsburgh?
North side, so like
North side?
5 minutes away from Huntsville.
Yeah, okay. Spent a lot of time in Pittsburgh. I'm not a Steeler fan, but I did spend a lot of time in Pittsburgh. But your willingness to share your personal experience with the foster care system is really, truly inspiring. Your Nana, she wanted to take you in, right? But she couldn't, and then she had to deal with some mental health issues. Is that what you had said earlier?
Yes. Okay. She had 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard for 2 young boys
Yeah.
that live in my space. And my little brother and my nana share the same room and bed.
Oh, okay. Anything you want to say about her?
Regardless of her struggle, like I still, I just feel like there could have been resources put in place to like help, like prevent the part of her losing her place, the mental health resources.
Yeah.
Can I kind of make that kind of? I'm sorry, I don't want to get too long-winded, but
No, please. I want you to take the time in her memory.
absolutely. So my Nana suffered from depression and mental health. My mother suffered from schizophrenia. Didn't know this until I was 19. I've been experiencing this since I was 5 years old. So 13 years of my life I went through not knowing about these mental health resources. I was never asked about counseling and seeing a counselor. I started, ironically, seeing a counselor after I went to foster club, and that helped out a lot about things. I was provided with a book called Survivor Schizophrenia, and that kind of like just answered all my questions right then and there, like within the first chapter about my life, but dealing with mental health. So I feel I almost feel guilty of like just not like just having some like resentment towards my parents, my nana in some way because I didn't understand. Yeah. And I think providing resources and putting not only reunification but setting up myself and my brothers for just to providing us with a plan to thoroughly exit the child welfare system would help. ETV, just to be an example, I'll say this very briefly. When I got to foster club in 2018, I learned about education training voucher. At the time, I was at the age for that was 21. I was 22. So, and then when I found out about it again in 2019, 2020, it went to 23, but I was 24. So I was always a year behind the mark of getting the opportunities and resources. And that could have helped out with a lot I didn't have to take out a loan my first semester at Temple University. My little brother could have went to a 4-year university or a trade school, like my colleague just said, about ETV. So that these things should have been put in place, the better setup, better success rates for not only myself, but hundreds of thousands of people that don't get the opportunity to even be here. So,
well, listen, I really do appreciate your testimony. And I know I only have about a few minutes here. In May, it was announced that the First Lady had secured $25 million in the 2026 budget for foster youth to independence initiatives. So, Mr. Lett, this is obviously a critical investment. I don't think it's a lot of money. I mean, quite frankly, but it is a investment and something that we should support. But do you believe that this supplemental funding housing program, such as FY Initiative, do you support it? Obviously, I'm sure you do. But how can these programs be more effectively coordinated? And I see you went through the program yourself. I mean, you've obviously. Oh, you did. But just could you kind of explain that to me a little bit, please?
Sure. The vouchers are an absolute life changer for these young people, giving them 36 months of runway to really participate in the high-quality programs that we're talking about. So I would endorse really leveraging Chafee dollars, modernizing that system to have those dollars follow and walk alongside of young people as they're in that 36 months with the placement. I think having community organizations that are doing innovative work. We've got a lot of national communities of practice. The Annie E. Casey Foundation has helped support the Jim Casey Initiative. Those quality programs in the community and youth-led initiatives that really drive peer-based supports, that's the programming that we should be wrapping around these FYI vouchers. And when we do that, I think, and we pair with community development corporations that can help do set-asides of units for young people, we really help them complete their education, get high-quality jobs, and have that runway that they need to be successful in the future.